This is your Irontrader, and this is the last call of the day. So we're going to look here at crude oil and natural gas. But first of all, we're going to take a little peek ski and see what's going on with NVDA. At the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, selling stock commodity ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have NVDA, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, I just want to point out a couple things here to you. Now, when we look at this chart pattern here, this is almost like an inverse head and shoulders pattern here, okay? So this is going to be your neckline, okay? And then here's your head, there's your left shoulder, your head, your right shoulder. Now, all we have to do is just blast above that, and then we can go and retest that 140.79. Okay, so what do we have going on here today? Well, you can see here what we do is we hit that high right there of 127.67. That's why I put price channels in there, just a lot easier to see. Or you can just, move the old cursor over and get the OK on top of the candlestick. Then on Friday, we had a lower low, but you notice that it held that 8 SMA. And then today, we went up a little bit, but then it came down and made even a lower low kind of a situation. And now we're fighting that 8 SMA here, okay? So let's take a look at the upside first. Okay. This 119.99 is going to be very, very key. Okay, you need to close above that. That's the key. If we can, then we'll go to today's high. You're looking at 121.27. All right, and then what we'll do is we'll come over here to Friday's high. You're looking at 124.03, and then we have that nice big retest there at 127.67. If we can get above that, what we do is we'll come up right on top of this candle here. You're looking at 128.33, and then we're going to be shooting right there for that 131.26. That's going to be the big test. Now, again, if we can get above that, that's going to be key. If we can get above that bad boy, then what we'll do is we'll go right here to the left of the chart. Just bring the price channel right over. Okay, what do you got? We have, we can just follow these candles up here. 133.82, and we have 135.10. But this is what you're going to be looking for. This is that 136.15 because this is your price channel coming right across. And then once you get above that, then we had 140.76. You crack above that, you're going to go to 150 very, very easily here. Okay. Now you can see where it's sold down here. This was after the earnings. It sold right on down here. They made $30 billion for the quarter, and that doesn't seem to be enough. And now what they're doing is China came out here today, and they said that they're going to try to use different chips, not just NVIDIA chips. Yeah, well, good luck with that, okay? They tried the same thing with the iPhone. They said, well, no, with the iPhone, we want to get rid of that. We want to use our own kind of a phone. Yeah, good luck with that. Apple is within, 6 points of the all-time high. Okay, so don't fall for all that nonsense. It is a good buy. This is AI. This has got a lot of years left in it, just going higher. Right now, we're just in a little bit of a correction phase. However, we do have this inverse head and shoulders pattern. So again, just watch this 8-day. That's going to be very, very key. 119.99. We get above that, we just follow the candlestick, so we get that 127.67. You get above that, boom, we come to the top of that candle, 131.26. Boom, you come up to this candle here, 136.15, and then boom, there's your retest, 140.76. Now, downside, well, it's just bigger up here a little bit. Okay, so what you want to watch is you obviously want to watch Friday's low here. Okay, that's 119.26. Right now, with NVIDIA sitting at 119.95 level, you're sitting right at that 8-day. And then we look at today's low at 118.15. And then we can start getting into all these key simple moving averages here. Okay, so basically you're looking at that 115.89, and then we have 115.19. So it's all kind of glumped up right here. So this should be really good support because you got your 8-day, your 21-day, your 50-day, and your 100-day all sitting right there. So just watch that key 8-day simple moving average. We climb above that, and we just follow those candles until we get that retest of 127.67. Downside, just watch this 115 area. This is going to be very, very crucial. Now, RSI here, you have about 52. That could go either way. But you also have your green is over your red. That shows that there's momentum there to the upside. We just have a little bit of pullback. But just watch this inverse. There's your left shoulder. There's your head. Here's your right shoulder. Okay, yeah, it's not perfect. No, by no means. But this could very well rip up much higher. Now, when we look at a weekly chart here, you can see here how we have that series of lower high situation there. See this? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. This is what you want to make sure that you keep in mind Okay, you never really want to see that. However, we also have a series of higher lows here, and now we're holding this 21-day 117.24 very, very nicely. So the key is we just got to break above that 127.67, and we just follow that right on up here until you get to that 140.76. Now I'm going to show you another chart here on NVIDIA. It gives you where the trend lines are. It might make things just a little bit more clear for you. Okay, here we have a little different chart of NVIDIA. Now, if you want to look at these charts, just go to finviz.com. Boom, you punch in anything you want, and there it is for you. Okay, they also have a pay service there, but I use TOS. I think TOS Thinkorswim charts are the best. But anyway, this is what we have here. Okay, so this is that trend line I'm talking about. See that series of lower highs going on here. Okay, once you break out of that, okay, then you just start retesting these just the opposite way. The key is you have to break out of it. But you can see here how this pattern is tightening up. See, tightening up, I should say, okay? I don't know what I just said there, but I think tightening up will be probably a little bit better. See how this is coming down and this here is going on up here, okay? So one way or the other, she's going to break. Now, I really believe that this is going to break to the upside. You can see this inverse head and shoulders. There's your left shoulder, there's your head, and there's your right shoulder here. Now, again, if this can come down and break above that trend line, then we can just start hitting all them highs and go up to that 140.76 level. That'd be really, really pretty jazzy, I would say. Now, I trade this every day. To me, it's a great trader because you'd have a big movement in it, okay? So NVIDIA, you had a low of 118.15. You had a high of 120.21.27. You know, you got pretty much a good 3-point spread there. And you can, you know, it moves really good. It's like Tesla moves real good, and you can make a lot of points very, very easily, and great for daily cash flow. So just take a look at this chart here. Once we're going to get this squeeze going, as this comes down, this trend line comes up here. Something's going to give. I think she's going to pop to the upside. We've got to see how that all going to shake out. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil and natty gas. Okay, here we have crude oil. Okay, we got a daily, a weekly, and your monthly chart. Okay, so I was pointing out here this bear flag situation, and this is still in play. Okay, so it really couldn't get here above this 21 SMA here at that 69.57, and it obviously couldn't get above that 69.85. Now, again, if it closes back above this 70.01, well, that would negate this bear pattern. But right now, that pattern is still very, very much in play. However, you got to be very, very cautious here now because on October 2nd, that's only a couple days away here, the OPEC meeting is going to come out there, and we got to see what they're going to say here. Are they going to make cuts? Are they going to add? What are they going to do? So that's always kind of like an uncertainty kind of a situation. Now, let's look at the downside first. So obviously, you want to look at today's low, 67.57. We look there to Friday's low, 67.06. And then we'll look right here to 69.23 level. That's lost. We come right here to this candle, 65.63, and then 65.27. But what I really want to show you here is even when you look here, like on this weekly chart here, okay? So you look at the bottom of this candle, okay? So you're looking at 65.27 level, okay? So that's that level right there, okay? That bottom of the candle. Now, again, if that is lost here, then what you're going to do is you want to watch it go right here to 64.36, and then you have this big retest here at 63.64 level, okay? So that's going to be very, very key. Now, when we look at a monthly chart, always take a look at a monthly chart here. You got a 100-day simple moving average sitting at 64.51 here. So you're just right between the 65 level and that 64 level. So you got to be very, very cautious. We definitely want to watch that. And then we look at the price channel, there's that 63.64 level, okay? So, but again, if that is lost here, you know, you can just look right here to the left of the chart on what's going. See what we have here? Look at your low. See, you have a 62.43 level, and then we come down here. You got 61.74, and then what we can do is we can just come right on down here to the bottom of this candle. See, you're right down in the 57 level here now, okay? And then look at this. See, and then if we look even like to the top of that candle, you can get as high down as almost like 54 level here, okay? If that's going to be gone. So always take a look at a monthly chart. A lot of times here, it gives you a good overlook over the longer term period, okay? So right now, that's what we're looking here. We're looking at today's low, and then we're looking to Friday's low at that 67.06, and then we're looking at that 695 level. If that's lost, it's going to come down and retest that 65.27 level. And again, if this is lost, because this is very, very critical, you could come right down here to that 63.64. That's going to be very, very crucial, okay? So always remember that. Now, upside, Okay, when those futures open at 6, make sure that you take a walk, take a good look at this, because this 21-day is 69.57. Now, it's going to be lower when this opens up here, because you can see the waterfall situation. The 8-day sitting at 69.85. That's your resistance. That's going to be lower here because the same waterfall situation. See your 50-day cross below, your 100-day cross below. Your price is below all your simple moving average. That's never good. This is a complete bearish chart here. Okay, so we just draw that trend line like we did there on the old NVDA there. See how that trend line comes all the way on down? You can get all the way up to this 50-day, and it's still this still is a bear market kind of a situation here. This is still in a downtrend, I should say. Okay, so I just watch that right here on the upside. Watch that 21-day. Watch that 8-day. If we can get above that, then we have this retest here, that 70.01. And then we can just follow the candles here until we get to the top of that candle. You're looking at 72.40, and then your big boy is up there at 73.29. But that 21-day, 8-day, very, very crucial. But just always watch this 65.27. That's lost. This 63.64, that's going to be your next target. Okay, let's take a look here now at NVDA. Okay, here we have natural gas daily chart. This one pretty much tells it all right here. Okay, so you can see here what we had there. Friday, we had that engulfing candle. And basically, engulfing candle is you put in a lower low in the previous day, and you put in a higher high, and you finish at the top. See how this candle just engulfed that one? Swallowed her whole right there. Boom, done. Okay, now today, what we have here is we had a little bit higher high. Okay, so you had 2.948. Okay, so why did it go there? I always say, look right here. This is all your levels here of resistance and basically your upside price targets that you're looking for. So there you go. You had that 2.948. We just looked to the level here, and the next level, what do we have? 2.948. Wow, isn't that something, eh? Just like that. Okay, now again, if we can blast above that this week, then you're going to go right there to that 3 flat, and we have 309, 313. And there's your big boy right there at 3.159. Okay, that's going to be your big retest. All right, so downside, we look at today's low. This is what you're going to be looking at. Okay, you're looking at 2.86. And then what I want you to show a look at here is the bottom of this candle. This is 2.72. The top of that candle is 2.658, which lines up perfectly with the 8-day, 2.657. Boom. That is going to be your downside target if this keeps on selling up. Now, again, it could come right down here and hold that support level. It doesn't always have to fill that gap, but it could head right down that area. Now, again, when those futures open at 6, watch this, because this 8-day is not going to be 2.657. This 8-day is going to creep on up here. The 21-day is going to creep up, and your 50-day is going to creep up. So it's not going to be the same thing. So just always watch that 8-day. The farther the price gets away from it, it wants to come right back onto it. Okay, here's a perfect example. See, as the price gets that, it wants to come back. Goes up, it wants to come back. Got all the way up here, and it wants to come back. Even when it's down, then it wants to come back. See, all the way up here, then it wants to come right back to that 8-day. Okay, so then when you have all your candles here above the 8-day, very, very bullish. You get it below that 8-day, very, very bearish, because it's doing just the opposite. It's fighting towards the 8-day, but you can barely get through it. And then once you get through it, then she can rip up nice and high. Now, this is still a very, very bullish chart. Your RSI here, a little bit odd, in the nosebleed section here at 73. This MACD, the green over red, that's still looking very, very good. So, futures open, what you do? You watch today's candle, okay? We have kind of like an indecision candle going here. So you watch that 2.948. You crack above it, well, we know where we're going. Boom, 3, 2.9, 2.13, or 2.30, yeah, and then 3.15. Boom, right there. Everything you need to know. Right there. Those are your upside targets. Downside, you just watch today's low. Okay, we trade against today's candle, and then we just follow the gap fill. And that 8 SMA is key. As long as that price is above that 8 SMA here, very, very bullish chart. All right, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here tomorrow morning about 7 bells, and we'll do it all over again. Thanks for watching.